Well, it's also honestly hard for me to dig down and get the old me out of me anymore, smile or anything. But every time I do something positive, y'all, tell you something funny, I will. I can't put the oomph I used to. Like, I don't know, years ago when it started falling down for me, and little waitress at Bentley's, after the head engine and everything, she said, Mitchell, you just don't have the zab. You used to make us laugh. And I said, well, the fire's just gone. It's even worse now, and that was 10 years ago. But here's one about my wife. Now, I will say that she spent 5 days in the hospital and two different hospitals, and she wasn't bathed one time. That's not funny. But anyway, my wife is serious as serious can be. She's been she's been like a 90-year-old church woman since she was 17 years old. And let me add, I ain't kidding. The night before we got married, she said, I weigh 117 pounds. You can't make that up. She was at exit 117, right across from where you turn her over to Bob Joyce's church, down, down here when I picked her up at the hospital at Benton. But anyway, she was she was a very beautiful little girl, and she started out as a waitress and working at a parts store. And I got to talking to her about it. It was funny because there was like a 32-year-old guy who actually went with her aunt, who really didn't know who she was, hit on her, and he was a real good guy, but he didn't know we was going together when she was 16. He was 32. He thought she was a little bit older, and she went with her aunt. But we went by a strip club coming back from Benton, and I said, if you'd have done that, you'd have made a lot of money, and she would have if she had worked at a strip club or, one of them topless bars or something like that. But she had never done it. When she weighed 117 pounds, I weighed 225, and she wore clothes that would fit me. She was so self-conscious. She never hardly went to the lake, and she did. I mean, it was like sweat clothes. She never wore a bikini. I never seen her in a bikini. She wouldn't even wear one in front of me privately. And she hates the F word. She hates pretty much all cussing. But she drank. She told me before she met me, she went to a couple of parties and drank a little bit. But she never done any of that. She never watched the nasty stuff on the computer. I mean, she feels about basically like religion, all belief system like I do. So, but she thinks she's a real religious old church lady, and it's just really. I've just never seen her. They had her drink a few beers at the class reunion, and she got to laughing and flirting with the guys, and I'm like, what? You know? But anyway, when she gets this diabetic ketoacidosis, she just leaves. I mean, she's just like an invasion of the body snatchers. Something happens to her. You'd think she's a retired porn star that's a party girl and used to be a sailor because she cusses like a sailor, and she just leaves. I mean, you'll just be talking to her like this, honey, when you get to the hospital. Stop yelling at me like somebody who's drunk. And I remember the second time was trying to get her in, the ambulance come to get her, and there's this big guy barely fit in the door, this EMT waiting on her, and she's in the bathroom. She kept saying, I need to pee, I need to pee. I said, honey, you're going to die if we don't get you out of here. Your sugar's way too high. And she just sat there, sitting there, just trying, me and her was arguing, and I went to reach to grab her, and she says, let me wipe my pussy. And that guy, I seen him, and he turned around, and it was everything. He had to walk out the door. Funny. And she's got a little satire to her, like Elaine Bennis on Seinfeld. Like, if y'all watch that show a lot, like, the dingo ate your babies. And she just smart aleck when she comes, just hateful as can be. But she would, she don't tell her life story and everything. She don't want anything. She don't even tell stuff on video about it like this. But then she talks like me, she's like that. The motive is like, she'd talk, and she don't remember a thing. And there was two male nurses working on her at Little Rock, and I'm sitting there, and she's like, ha, ha. And I'm like, it's hard to watch. I mean, she was flirting with them, and I was like, that is not my wife. And they was looking at me, and I was watching them, and they was embarrassed. And I almost asked her, I said, do I need to leave here and let y'all three be together? I mean, it was embarrassing. I mean, it was fine. They was sitting there turning red and everything else. But coming back from Benton yesterday, we decided to stop at Waffle House. Well, no disrespect to this waitress, she was real nice, but my wife has a thing about teeth. If you lose your teeth, you have got to have a set of teeth. She said, And I said, so you would divorce me if I ever lost my teeth? She said, you're going to have a teeth. She said, if we were dead broke, she said, I'll do anything. I'll do what I have to. You are going to have some sort of false teeth. You are not going to not have teeth. No disrespect to you guys out there that don't. But she said that's one of her pet peeves. Well, the waitress had only 3 or 4. And she said, the waitress taking her order, and she walked away, and she said, you need some teeth too with that order. And I like to have lost. I said, Lisa. And then she come back, and I told her, she was in her hospital club. I told her, we just got out of the hospital, and that waitress said, well, I got diabetes too and everything, and I hate taking insulin, but she'd brought us her coffee. She said, my doctor prescribed me some insulin. He said, I have to take it. And she said, I'll be right back with your stuff. She was walking away, and she's like, Lane Bennis, he needed to prescribe you some teeth. So anyway, guys, I hope that was, I'm just like y'all. I mean, more stuff. People send me stuff tonight. There's supposed to be a blackout on all these networks. Y'all know that stuff ain't going to happen. And I'm still like y'all. I'm hoping we get a bone one day, and I was hoping I'd turn on. Couldn't get on here, but this ain't never going to end. So we'll talk to you later.